Oh, welcome on back, everybody, to Kuso6rande, and I love seeing people in chat talking about this last game and their experience with it. I have so much fun. Many thanks, by the way, to the people who have subscribed and who are supporting the channel, who have given some donations. We do give out over $2,000 worth of prizes, and the money also helps me keep eating, so thank you, thank you, thank you. I actually really want to go and finish playing the Commodore 64 version of Ghost and Goblin. It is a lot of fun. You know what? I'm distracted. I don't want to play that now. No, we've got important games. We've got important people to give us games, okay? We've got 2 more matches for the weekend. The fun is not stopping with me. No, please welcome on in our next GM, Tempestral. Tempestral. I'm excited for this. Hello. We've got raccoons.
Hello.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing.
Oh, Pixel Crimes, thank you for the sub. Oh, mucho thank you. Mucho thank you. Oh my gosh. I'm doing good. As you can tell, I'm very good at paying attention right now. Oh. Yeah, but seriously, like, I love having you around. I always have a blast when you're here. It is a lot of fun.
You.
Yeah, just
I'm proud to hear that I am important to people, supposedly.
Yeah, you're important to me. You are.
Oh, well, I appreciate it. Thank you, bro.
All of our GMs put in a lot of work, and honestly, you know, usually I try to pick people who I know that I'm going to jive well and who I'm going to have a lot of fun with. So, yeah, all of the GMs I have fun with, I have a lot of fun with you. That sounds... Never mind. What game do we have coming up?
This is a repeat. This is a game that I really liked seeing last time it was brought on. Bangera showed this game off before.
Yeah.
And I have a better opinion of this game than Bangera did, but I still think it belongs here at Kuso6rande. It's more of a bakage, really, than anything else. It is Cho Aniki, Bakuretsu Ranto Hen, or Ranto Hen, or Ranto Den, depending on which romanization you use.
Yeah, everybody, if you're excited for Eve or Eden giving him a big suck, you came to the right place because...
Oh, I didn't even need to prompt you on that one.
No, I knew about the big suck coming up. How could I forget? Nobody lets me forget. Nobody lets me forget my mistakes, my embarrassments.
It wasn't a mistake. It was so. Why does Tempestral always give good games out? Because look, I don't actually have an answer for you. You know, because I pick games that I can only tolerate playing like 30 minutes of a lot of bad games. So if I can find a game that I can tolerate for an hour, that probably means it's not as bad as some games, but like, and again, I gave out Wolverine Adamantium Rage, and that game was awful. So, you know, I give out bad games too.
Yeah, your mileage may vary when it comes to some of the GMs. Simply put, bad doesn't mean unfun, especially over here at these channels. Maybe the players will struggle to some degree while playing a game, but you know, that's not necessarily my main focus. I want to have a good time. I want to laugh, and this game is definitely laugh-worthy. By the way, how are we going to be doing this match? Because this is a fighting game.
Yeah, okay, so there's a one-player mode. What I'm having them all do is they're all going to be picking the first character, Idaten, the blue-haired man. He's one of the original 2 characters from the series, which is primarily shoot-'em-ups. Yes. And that's the same rules that Bangera used when he gave this game out. I told them all to pick that character, and they're going to be scored on number of enemies defeated. So if they get all the way through the game and defeat all the enemies, they can reset at the credits and start another loop and try and defeat more. I don't imagine anyone will get all the way through, but you know, some people might. It kind of seems like everyone here is a little out of their element when it comes to fighting games, but this is pretty atypical for a fighting game already. So we'll see.
Wait, do you mean that they will go to the second character if they finish a loop?
No, sorry. I just mean that they will continue trying to defeat enemies. They'll just restart the game.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, here we are. We've got the game up on the screen. Cho Aniki, Bakuretsu Ranto Hen. Ken? I don't know.
It was originally listed as Ranto Hen. That's how it is on Edge Emu. That's how it is in the previous VOD for this game on Kuso6rande. But the Hardcore Gamers article that I read about this romanizes it as Ranto Den, and I don't really know enough Japanese. Like, that sounds more right to me, but I don't know enough Japanese to say that with confidence.
Okay. Yeah.
Also, yes, the icon
single player mode.
character. Little Mr. Meeseeks down there is terrifying. He is incredibly unpredictable, and he's the reason why I could not finish this one loop of this game.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody wish them the best of luck, and I need your most anime/ridiculous emotes. Spam those in chat right now, because I'm doing the countdown for the players right now.
Anime, muscles, all your macaw emotes, let's be real.
Yeah, muscles. Manly, the manliest of emotes.
Also, if you have any hype beams or lasers, that's ideal.
As soon as I see movement in the first stage, I will start our timer. Oh, Bungaboo.
Oh no, Bungaboo got the hardest character. This is probably good for them, though.
Yeah,
because
I would say so.
This character is really random, and if you fight him at the beginning, Moonin is a lot easier to deal with.
Significantly easier, yes. But at the same time, I think all of the players are going to have a few attempts to get through this, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And you get infinite continues.
Thank you for all of those muscles, everybody. I love them. I love the muscles. Okay, so talk to me. What's happening in this game?
Okay, so Cho Aniki started off as a shoot 'em up series. The sort of the two characters you can see on Yagamoth's screen right now, Idasen, the man, and Benten, the woman, are the two original characters.
Okay.
And they're sort of the two main characters of this fighting game. It's the only game on the SNES in the series. And it's like a Dragon Ball Z style floating fighter, and it's objectively better than every single Dragon Ball Z fighter on the SNES.
Yeah.
Like no contest. It's way more playable. So you have to reduce your opponent's life to 0. The yellow bar is life. The red bar is stamina, and the stamina is what Bangera said made this game unplayable. I disagree. I think it makes the game hard. I don't think it makes the game unplayable. I have given the players instructions on how to charge up their meter. There is a command that you have to do for that. It is to hold X and spin your control stick in a circle. I also told them how to do the universal super that every character has.
Ooh.
You just saw Yagamoth do that. It's that hype beam. You do that by mashing X. I think you press X 4 times in quick succession. You get a hype beam. As you can see, all the opponents can do it too. And here's the thing. It seems like, oh, well, why would I tell them how to do a super, right? That a full screen super that does a lot of damage, like 40% damage. Why would I tell them how to do that? Doesn't that make the game easier? No, not really, because the opponent can block it, and there's not really a way to confirm it. So,
yeah, it looks like none of the players have gotten a win against their opponent at this point. They're all going on to second fight. We'll see if anybody is able to secure a victory on the second attempt here. They're all doing a little bit better now. They're figuring out some of the basic mechanics.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And it looks like Bungaboo has actually defeated Moonin, which is fantastic because the guy in the corner is showing you your moves. This game has an input display at all times, which I love. It's
1v1, so yeah, that is a little bit of progress.
Yeah. Oh, I see. It's 1-1. Okay.
I am a fan of the game showing you the various controls that your various inputs so that you know what caused certain things to happen. At the same time, I don't know what P or K or C means. Lots of Ks.
So punches. So P is punch, K is kick. You get a punch and a kick. You can do them in 8 directions. Those are your only normals. You have a dash button, and you also have the X, which is extra. And as far as I can tell, it's only used for supers and charging your special. And this multi-stream window that I'm using really likes to reset on me. So I'm just going to open all these people's streams normally.
Oh no, or I could just share Discord if that's easier for you. You won't be able to hear the music.
Oh,
but...
that's fine. It's fine.
All right.
Yeah. So this game is actually shockingly playable. Again, Bangara said that it was unplayable. I disagree. One of the things is that you need to manage your stamina. So some normals, if you hold the direction and press either punch or kick, you'll do an attack in a direction.
Okay.
So like this down stomp that Yagamoth was just doing, that's a down plus kick. And some normals consume energy and some don't. Like your neutral punches and kicks don't consume any energy, but like your upwards and downwards ones typically do. Your super consumes about 75% energy.
Yeah.
And if you run out of energy, you get stunned. So you can self-stun in this game, which is a little silly. Throw is also stun. I forgot to tell them that throw is punch plus kick.
I love the Elvis boat enemy. Like, the
Elvis boat.
I don't understand it, but I like it.
Yeah, I don't really understand it either. This whole... Oh, there you go. And Fizz figured out how to throw.
Bungaboo gonna be restarting the fight against Flatman.
Yep. So, fortunately, you can get a new opponent when you use a continue. So, if you don't do well against one character, if you're getting walled on them, it's okay. The game will give you a new one. Yeah. Oh, Yagamoth is now fighting either Samson or Adon. They're kind of the same character. Sort of joke characters who were introduced. The whole thing is supposed to be sort of like parodious.
The background
like, it's all
is so good.
Comical. Yeah, isn't it great?
And my sister, unfortunately, remembers this game. Sorry, Gary. Yeah?
Go ahead.
The title for the game, by the way, Cho Aniki Bakuretsu Ranto Hen, translates about to Super Big Brother Exploding Brawl. I'm getting like some Smash Bros. / 1984 going on here. Super Big Brother. Yeah. Okay. Iraten is a warrior with the spiked hair. Benton, who has two cherubs. There's Samson / Adon, who attacks by gyrating and flatulating. Sabu is the pagoda-shaped ship with an Elvis Presley-looking figurehead. Mommy 19 is a cute girl / battleship transporting 3 naked frolicking men. There's Adam, a naked man riding in half a moon. Boat Day, a berserker likely to be Bo Emperor Bill from the first series. And then Uminim, odd latex creature that resembles, resembles rubber things.
He's basically the mascot character.
That's great.
It's pretty awesome. This whole series is like not meant to be taken seriously.
We got the flesh
meant to be
train. Oh no.
Oh. And the are you using Yagamoth's audio or
Yagamoth's? Yes.
Audio? Oh, okay. The music on this stage is so... It's something else.
Anisep has taken down one of the characters and is now fighting his second opponent. Very nice.
Very nice.
Haha! I've got jambalaya! It is hot, though, so I'm not eating it for a while. Oh, that would burn me. Whew. Oh my gosh, this music is ridiculous.
Isn't it great? Something else I should get out of the way. Besides the stamina system making this game kind of tough, like you need to manage your own stamina so you don't dizzy yourself.
Yeah.
You also need to one of the things that makes this game kind of tough is that like it's really hard to confirm special moves. A really common concept in fighting games ever since Street Fighter 2 basically is the idea of confirming. You want to hit, like, you can special attacks generally do a lot of damage, but you don't just want to throw them out raw, because if they get blocked or if they miss, you're going to be in a disadvantageous position, right?
Sure.
You're going to be quote unquote minus. You're going to recover after the opponent does if they get hit. So what you want to do is confirm. You want to throw out something that is quote unquote safe, like a normal that where you recover faster than the opponent does, and then follow up with a special if it doesn't get blocked. You can't really do that.
So weak hit just to check that they are within range, and then bam, blast them.
And actually, a check is what that's called frequently. A poke or a check. So like, you know, if I have that's the sort of thing that makes like Chun-Li really strong in Third Strike, for example, is if once she has her super ready, she throws down low forward, and she has an eternity to cancel that into her super 2, and that makes her really, really, really scary once she has super 2 up. So it like, but if she threw it out in neutral, it would be super easy to block because there's a super freeze. You can see it coming. There's not really a way in this game to do confirms. They kind of exist, but they feel like they were sort of more on accident than on purpose.
Okay.
So like certain things, like for example, I don't know about with Idaten, but with Benten, if you press punch while moving forward and then mash the punch button, you will do a series of hits, and then you'll have the little cherubs fly around you as you dash through the opponent, and that combos. But that feels like it was meant to combo. Most moves that combo out of each other don't feel like they were meant to combo, so it can be really tough to land big moves like the super, where you have to wind up. The opponent has plenty of time to block, right? They can see it coming. And believe you me, if the AI looks like kind of dumb right now, they do not act dumb later on. They will block things, and so it eventually becomes about managing your meter, keeping your stamina high while depleting your enemy's stamina, because eventually the only way to reliably hit them is going to be to deplete their stamina to nothing. Fizz is having some
power outage. Oh no!
Well, this might result in that's really unfortunate.
Happens to the best of us, everybody. Hopefully the power is able to come back, and if not, there's not really anything we can do about that. Okay, apparently,
oh thank God,
the power is back. We can grant a little extra time if needed in order to make up for the power outage there. So it's okay. We're gonna do it. We're gonna go ahead and get it. Yeah, and you know, power outages do happen. It's not the first time we've had this happen, and it's not going to be the last. In general, if people are able to get their computers back running, then we can grant a little bonus time at the end in order to compensate for that. Otherwise, sometimes it ends up being a mulligan for that player. Yeah, it all depends on the circumstances. We actually had one time where a bug crawled into somebody's computer and killed it. Like, literally. Oh my gosh, it was hilarious. Yeah. Like, learning that it wasn't just a computer bug, it was a computer bug.
Yep.
Okay,
in a very, like, Grace Hopper sort of way.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully Fizz is able to come back in a little bit. We'll go ahead and let people know what the status is if that doesn't happen.
One other thing that I pointed out a minute ago, that you can't really, like, confirm any of your high damage moves really all that easily. Another thing I should probably have mentioned is that because of the stamina system, a lot of moves that should be safe are incredibly unsafe. There's a lot of moves where, like, because you're floating, right, pushback does exist, but sometimes, like, if you do a dashing move, you'll end up right next to your opponent and they won't be stunned for as long as you will, which is really questionable design. But even worse than that, if you manage to do a special and deplete all of your stamina, even if you do, like, you know, a directional normal that reduces your stamina. Oh, Fizz is back up. But yeah, if you manage to deplete your stamina while doing some move that leaves you close to the opponent, not only is that move unsafe, you are in stun seemingly until you get hit. So the self stun is really a big problem.
Beep, beep. This
there's
train
all- yeah.
music, it kills me every time. Yeah,
Oh god, it's so silly.
Yagamoth is currently going against the green dude, and the longer it takes to get to him, the harder it is. So there is some randomness with the enemies that you get throughout a playthrough, but it might not be a huge deal. And I don't know, it really depends.
I would rather not fight this guy at the end, personally. There are a couple characters who I really struggled with in particular at basically every point in the game, and it was this, the giant armored dude who I don't think we've seen yet, and the ship woman.
Yeah, Fizz is currently fighting Ship Woman. What a good design. And she is down for the count,
Nice.
and the count is immediate. There's no count. Yeah, I love the whole idea of the game. It's ridiculous. All of this is just ridiculous and perfect, and, you know, it doesn't necessarily make for the best, well-balanced fighting game in the world, but it's still fun.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not. Oh, granted, Bangara said that he ran a bracket of this at ESA one year. I don't know how bad this actually is as a fighting game. It's probably not great.
Not as bad
it's a
as
hell of a lot
Fighting
better-
Masters, though.
Well, no, and it's a hell of a lot better than all the other floating fighting games on Super Nintendo, of which there are a number, because they're all Dragon Ball Z games.
Mm-hmm.
All of those games are pretty awful. This, honestly, is probably the best floating fighting game that I know of.
Yeah, I'd say
It's
it's
shockingly playable.
I've never actually played any others, so I have no idea. But this
Don't.
developer did make some other fighting games, like Ranma 1/2. I know
really?
that. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. I believe the TurboGrafx version, Ranma 1/2 Hard Battle, also Dato Ganso Musabetsu Kakuto Ryu, whatever that means. Yeah, so they definitely did have experience with other fighting games when they came and made this one, this Cho Aniki game.
Yeah, there are a couple of Ranma 1/2. I think there's 2 or 3 Ranma 1/2 fighting games. That doesn't sound like the good one to me.
Well,
but
there
I can't
were
remember the
like
name of
2
the
or
good one.
3 that they made.
Oh, okay.
One for Super Nintendo, one for TurboGrafx, and then this other one for also TurboGrafx. Okay. And that one has nudity. Is the one with nudity good?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, it's Ranma 1/2, so that checks out.
Yeah, so there's probably nudity anyway. Yeah.
Unironically, great series though. I mean, if you can get past the oh no, I fell into a pool and all my clothes fell off, like that really is like played for laughs like a few times, and then the rest of the story is actually exceptional.
I would say
So,
if you can get
for what it's
through the
worth.
first couple of seasons, the rest of it is pretty high quality, but the first couple seasons, oh, they are a slog. Oh,
that's fair.
they're
I
aged.
didn't get. Well, they have aged. That's true. I mean, I don't know. I don't mind that they've aged. I think there's a certain degree of old anime charm that I like about it.
Yeah, I really dislike the intro song, or
Oh, really?
yeah.
It's been a while since I listened to it.
At least the first season, I kind of hate it. Yeah, I have a lot of angry hate towards the first season, and the second season got okay, but yeah, it eventually got better. So if you like the first season at all, you're going to love the later episodes.
I need to watch more of it. I started watching it and then I went, wait, you're telling me this is 120 episodes long or something, or like 60 episodes? There's no, I can't finish that, and I kind of gave up, but I need to watch it again because I did
The
like what I
story
saw.
gets good.
I know. But the same thing happened with Sailor Moon, where I was like, oh, I thought Sailor Moon S and Sailor Moon, all of the other versions, all the other named versions of Sailor Moon were like different series. No, they're just seasons that are part of the same continuous story.
Oh, I
except
love
for
it.
Crystal.
Oh,
And then it turns
Yagamoth
out-
going up against Adam. Yeah.
So like, I need to watch Sailor Moon also, and it's like there's 120 episodes. I don't want to watch this all. Could be worse. Could be One Piece.
Yeah, Ranma, there is a lot of nudity, which is kind of surprising that my mom let us watch Ranma when I was young. But I guess, I don't know, maybe she thought I was gay and was like, yeah, this might help.
Of course, Zandra now chimes in when we're talking about Ranma.
Which
So I'm calling
honestly,
you out.
yeah, it's not too bad when it comes to nudity. Like, yeah, you get
Oh,
you
there's
get
Eve.
plenty of
There's
chess.
Eve.
Oh, where's
She
Eve?
comes up to do a suck.
Do
Wow,
a
you missed
suck. Oh my gosh.
it.
Well, maybe I'll see
callback.
Eve next time.
I mean, yeah, you should all just watch Gunbuster instead. It's like 20 hours total, and all of it is good.
I'd
Warning,
also
I cry every episode.
you cry every episode. Oh no,
It's good. It's
would
really
also-
good.
I would say that Ranma is one of the animes where you can start a season or two in
Whoa!
without worrying too much about losing context.
Right, fair enough. That's a pretty long show.
Yeah, so I'd say if Xander's saying no, the
No.
first season sucks, okay? I'm gonna tell people. Well, okay. Okay, that's fair. There's a lot of
I don't need to call out
transformation
Xandra.
going
She'll
on.
call herself out.
But yeah, I'll say you won't lose too much of the story because, like, the continuous story really starts picking up in season 2, season 3, and you can sacrifice a little bit of confusion in order to get into good stuff. Yeah, Ryoga. Ryoga is amazing, okay? He's the most important. He turns into a pig.
Is Ryoga the guy who keeps getting lost?
Yeah, he's like me.
I got up to that. I got up to his introduction, and I was like, "Oh, this is interesting side character." And now, and then I stopped. So I need to continue watching because I know it's good.
You didn't watch Pat? Oh my gosh, he's like my favorite.
Again,
okay.
Again, I was a student at the time, okay, and I was like, I don't have any free time now. Yeah, I can probably dedicate some time to watching it.
Yeah. I also had somebody in college who tried to get us to watch Inuyasha, but you know,
I couldn't get
and I
over that.
watched it. I enjoyed it, but unfortunately, he would usually just watch it when there was a specific girl around, so there was like no consistency for me. Wait, no. I think they were brother and sister. Never mind.
So,
He would watch it with his sister. And yeah, I never really got any continuity personally. I liked some of the movies though. The movies were fun.
I could
and
never get into Inuyasha. It was sort of like on its way out when I was a kid. My parents didn't let me watch anime.
Yeah, I don't know why my parents let us watch
Damn.
Ranma, but we did.
Damn, Yagamoth is absolutely kicking this dude, and it's not doing anything because the enemy keeps charging or keeps getting stamina from getting hit.
Well, yeah,
it is depleting
Yagamoth
health,
had
though.
like no stamina. Oh my gosh, barely surviving. Yagamoth takes the enemy down.
Very nice, good strat.
Perfect.
That kick is performed with quarter circle forward kick. So there are special moves in this game. Fortunately, they are pretty consistent, I would say. They're not that hard to execute. They're overall pretty, I would say, pretty reasonable. They do a lot of damage, but they're also, like, this one's a dash that puts you pretty close to your opponent, and it consumes a fair bit of stamina. So, like, here he's gonna get stunned.
By the way, for people who have never seen Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, that is like
good.
a must-watch.
Yeah, it's good.
I've seen it fairly recently, and it's absolutely fantastic.
I like this music.
What other people saying the first Full Metal Alchemist anime was better. I haven't seen the first one, but maybe I should sometime. I heard that. I don't know. I heard that it really diverges because they hadn't finished the manga.
They hadn't finished it. Yeah,
and because that
if
it ends up taking a very different direction.
if you've seen Brotherhood, what reason is there to watch the original.
I know, right? You're just getting a fake story. It's like Game of Thrones.
I don't necessarily think that's bad. Like, you know, the same thing happened with Scott Pilgrim, and I think the movie ending and the comic ending were both fine. I don't necessarily mind them, even if I prefer the ending of the comic.
No, I actually really am fine with that. Having two different possible ways that a story goes is actually kind of fun, because then you can, like, you don't have to imagine the hypothetical what if blank happens, because it does happen in the other one, and you get to learn a little bit. Like, I think it's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Granted, the thing with Scott Pilgrim specifically, I mean, they had Brian Lee O'Malley actually help write the movie, and he helped write that ending, so like that's probably why that was better than, say, the Game of Thrones ending. Not that I am particularly invested in that show, because I didn't want it.
I saw up until people started not liking it.
I hate to inform you, Mr. Saturn Dude, but everyone has terrible taste in anime women. They're not real. Your wife, who will never love you. Anyways, Kate is asking us about scoring, and I'm too busy thinking about anime and not reading what he's asking us.
Wow. Well, we're 25 minutes into it. I have no idea who's in the lead at this point. But yeah, it's somewhat important. Let's see. Yeah, go ahead and check with Kate over there in Discord. Just because of the power outage that the Fizz had, we may need to give a little bonus time, depending on how things look towards the end. But at this point, you know, I think all of the players are getting a hang of how the basic battles in this game worked. Anisep, though, getting knocked out by Plain Lady. Yagamoth onto a mirror match. I think this is right towards the final fight for Yagamoth. Everybody else is KO'd for Yagamoth. What a great song for possibly the final battle that Yagamoth is facing here. My gosh. Although the music kind of hurts. Gotta be honest.
It kind of does.
But it's, you know, it's well composed. It makes good use of the Super Nintendo's audio hardware.
Yeah, I think it's silly. I mean, Cho Aniki is supposed to be a parody series anyways, right? Okay, so is there a boss after you do your mirror match? What comes after this?
I don't know. I couldn't beat it. I couldn't beat a round of this game in an hour, so
really?
I guess we're gonna see.
Yeah.
I genuinely struggled quite a lot, and I was honestly thinking Yagamoth is absolutely going to beat this. I was sort of thinking if somebody beats this in half an hour, I'm fine with that. I struggled. I had a lot of trouble. Because I got the logo to last, and I suffered with that guy.
Yeah, he's really, really difficult. So, big question. If this does happen and the game is over, then he will just be going and starting again, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if there's no boss and he gets to the credits, he starts over.
Is that starting over with the second character?
No, same character.
So it would just be doing exactly the same thing again.
I didn't give it that much thought.
You know, if that happens, this is what I feel. We tell Yagamoth to go to character 2.
You think? Okay.
Yes.
We can do that. That would be fun. And I tested the game with Ben 10 anyways, who is the second character. It was switched to the next character? I don't think anybody beat the game when...
No, nobody beat it, but that was how we did it.
That was the rule? Oh, okay. I guess I didn't realize that. Okay. Yeah, sure. I'm fine with that. I say this every single time I'm on. I've come to accept that I'm not as good at a lot of games, as many of the competitors here. I thought I got this game figured out. I read reviews that said this game was pretty easy. I really struggled with the last 2 fights.
Yeah, honestly, part of it is random, but part of it is that learning how to deal with the fights here.
Yeah. I mean, I genuinely think getting Umimin early is good.
Yeah,
because the attacks that he has are sort of awkward in their direction and their sprite animations.
Yeah.
Like he has a dash attack that is unreactable.
Good stuff.
Right now we're getting him when he can't block, right? If we get him at the end, he can block and he will just wall you out and kill you with all sorts of weird attacks that you can't predict.
Yeah.
That swooping circle attack, he has a normal, or he has a special version and he has a super version of that. They both do a lot of damage.
Yeah, what I like about this, we're going to see a little bit of different strategies that Yagamoth has to take, and it seems like angling yourself up to the top right of an enemy and just dealing additional damage may be one of the best ways to deal with them for a little while. But unfortunately, Yagamoth's still getting a KO. His attacks can just go through that little weak kick that she's doing. Yeah, I'm not too surprised that at least one person has really picked up on this game pretty well. Yagamoth said that he hasn't had too much experience with fighting games, especially as of late, but did play quite a few when he was younger. Everybody has a varying amount of experience when it comes to fighting games in this match.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, that's the biggest thing with Kuso6rande. You know, you can expect platformers to show up. You never know when you're going to get the assorted genre. And this genre being fighting game. Yeah.
The thing that I'm seeing Yagamoth do more consistently than any other player is charge stamina constantly. He's always charging stamina when he has an opportunity.
Stamina matters.
Look, he's gonna do this attack, and right now he's gonna charge stamina because he's been doing it this whole time. Everyone has been doing it, I think, a few times, but I've seen Yagamoth do it constantly. So, that's really, really, really important, and you'll notice that the opponents do it a lot too. It's kind of necessary.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's a big component of why he's being so successful here. I don't know how many people are blocking. Elendar are guard, or as the game puts it in the settings menu, gird. Also choosing the same moves over and over. I mean, yeah, finding the moves that work, right? I used this punch spin attack that I mentioned earlier. I use that a lot. It's very effective.
I mean, that's basically fighting games in a nutshell. At least old school fighting games, a lot of them you had a few moves that worked and did a lot of damage and were the ones to use. I know that a lot has been put into balancing fighting games in the last decade or so. Like,
I mean, that's still a thing with a lot of fighting games. It's not that you have like one move that's really good, but like, you know, there are certain moves that you're just not going to use on a character because they're not useful in their toolkit, right? Yep. Like nobody's using, like, this is especially true for jump attacks. Juri in Street Fighter V, you're never using her, you know, jump. Actually, her jumping attacks are all pretty good. You're never using like her jumping medium kick. Like that's just not a move that you use as Juri. You use jumping medium punch, jumping heavy kick, jumping light punch for instant overheads sometime.
Could you possibly throw one out to throw your opponent off?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So some moves are good for that. But again, that's a move you would use.
Mm-hmm.
I would count that as a move that is used, even if you're using it as an intentional whiff. You know, or like, you know, there's specials that nobody uses. If you're playing Sean in Third Strike, you don't use the tackle or the roll. Granted, you also shouldn't be playing Sean because that's masochism. But you know,
I love it.
You know, there's just moves, and this has always been true. Is that there's moves you want to use and moves you don't want to use. Definitely, I feel like characters move lists have gotten longer in general. as fighting games have evolved. So there are typically more options for each character. Unless you're Guile, and then you have the same moves. You've always had the same moves.
Oh my gosh. Who plays as Guile though? Boring.
Lots of people.
I've got funny
Guile's still a
hair.
fun character. If you want to play a fun bad character in Third Strike, you play Q or 12. Or like literally anyone that's not Sean. Or hot take, you play Chun-Li. Who, yes, I know she's first on the tier list in basically every tier list, and not for bad reason. But she's bad unless she has super.
I love it. I haven't played that. I may. Oh.
Third Strike is pretty fun.
Like, I would like to get more into some of the fighting games. It's just that people are already so good. Like, I'll fight the computer, and as soon as a human shows up, I'm done. I'm done. I'm dead.
I mean, I think there's a certain like mindset you have to get into, like, to figure out actually how to play a fighting game. Because just like any other competitive game, like there's a certain sort of intentional play that I feel like a lot of new players just don't really consider because they don't know to think about it.
Also, why do we have to be fighting? Why can't we like have a hugging game where you're just trying to hug each other the most?
I'm afraid, Brosensha, that like beat 'em ups, you may want to consider another genre if that is what you want. And yeah, good point. Daigo plays Guile. The Daigo Umehara plays Guile in Street Fighter V. So, and he played Guile in Street Fighter 2 also.
Oh, okay.
So play Zangief. Yeah, play Zangief if you like hugging. I'm afraid you're going to lose a lot, but you should play Zangief.
Playing as Zangief in Street Fighter 2 Turbo back in the day.
Oh, he's so much fun. Did you ever win?
Yeah.
How?
What you have to do is learn how to deal with other people, because all you have to do is land a few good hits. If you can land a few good hits, you win.
I mean, yes, that's true. That is how Zangief is designed, but you have to get in.
It turns out my sisters weren't very good at dealing with Zangief.
Fair. So, well, yeah, better than Super Kami. That's sad. Or Potemkin in Strive. Yeah. Zangief is actually high tier in Street Fighter Alpha 3. I think he's one of the top tier characters, isn't he? It's like it's Dalsim, Zangief. Oh, what's the dude's name? Sodom. I don't. Not in that order. Sodom's top, and then I think Dalsim and Zangief are next, and then I'm trying to remember who else is top tier in that game. But it's not just like, but he doesn't just get SPD. The reason he's really, really good in Street Fighter or in Alpha 3 is that he can do an infinite out of. Is it Vism? He can do a Vism infinite. A Rose is another one who's really, really strong again because of the infinite.
See, yeah, occasionally there's just. Here's the deal. You can say that Zangief is absolutely terrible, but remember, for a lot of like heavy characters like that, if you get one person who for some reason jives with the character, they become like the worst person to play against.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I like playing characters who are traditionally considered low tier because typically they're interesting. Like that's why I like Juri. She's not great in Street Fighter V. She's actually one of the worst characters in the game on most people's tier lists. But that's only one, that's only relevant at a high level, really. And two, I like how she plays.
Yeah.
So I can figure her out.
It makes me think, I had a roommate in college who, when we played Smash Bros. 64, would usually play Captain Falcon, who, guess what, is really good. But then occasionally he would just switch to Donkey Kong, and he's like, I don't know why, but I always win as Donkey Kong. And he always did. It pisses me off because nobody can play as Donkey Kong in that freaking game except for him.
Nice.
And he destroyed everybody. Oh, Essentia, you always played as Chun-Li? I always played as Chun-Li, too. Yeah, I remember going to school when I was like in first grade, and we went to the playground and I brought the Street Fighter 2 manual in order to show off stuff. And I always played like make-believe on the playground as Chun-Li, which I don't know, kind of makes a lot of sense for me being gay. Like there were a lot of signs when I was growing up. Yeah. But Chun-Li was the best. She just rocked. Xerxes, you always loved Vega. I'm a big fan of Vega as well because he can wall jump.
He can only wall jump on his own. Oh, sorry, yeah, off the side of the screen, not on the cage. I was gonna say he can only do that on his own stage, but yeah, he can do it on the.
Yeah, and people didn't know how to deal with the wall jump on Street Fighter 2. It was great.
Dude, I suck at dealing with Vega. His movement is so weird. In every game where he's in, I just don't understand how he works.
I like it. Yeah, just so everybody knows, by the way, the players here, we're going to have one person eliminated for this game, I believe. Yagamoth is currently in the lead, though, due to beating the game with character number 1, has moved on to character number 2. It looks like the Fizz is getting really close as well. We're on to the mirror match here. Bungaboo is struggling, which honestly is not a big surprise because little stupid green guy this far into the match, or this far into the game, is really difficult. Really, really difficult. Anasep going against Boat Lady. Yagamoth going against Boat Lady as well. I think Yagamoth has learned the skills needed here. And as you can see, Yagamoth still has full stamina. That helps a lot. The Fizz, I don't know how the Fizz has gotten this far without really focusing too much on regenerating stamina because, oh, there we go, regenerating a little bit there.
Nice, nice, nice. Using those up kicks. Oh, wow. Hey, look at that. That was a really nice combo.
Ooh,
Up
sweet.
kick, so that was like a punch into a dash attack into that up kick. That's cool. Or the spin kick, rather.
Yagamoth's being lazy, just letting the cherubs fight. Wow. I mean, if you've got little fighting babies, then use your little fighting babies.
You know, I've had a thought recently that I would like to organize a sort of like Kuso6rande fighting game tournament, because I have nearly a dozen games on my list that I would want to give out, but I don't want to be like the fighting game dude. I don't want to only give out fighting games. I have so many games that I could give out.
There are a lot.
There are a lot, and there are a lot of like traditional fighting games that are bad, and then a lot of games that are like, I've never heard of this game or this company. Why would you make a fighting game for this platform? You know, a lot of like PC like exclusive fighting games.
Oh,
and
no.
I would love to give some of these things out. I mean, I know that the idea has been fielded a few times, but I've been trying to think of how we would structure it, because I don't think we could do it like this. Oh no, Ben 10 goes down. Every character's universal super is the hype beam. That's why it's universal. Every character has it. Every character has a unique super that has a different input. It's like a rush attack for most of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I only know Ben 10s and I forget how to do it.
We have let Fizz know, by the way, that he is good to move on to character number 2. Very nice. I'm sorry, I saw the next game and I'm really excited.
Oh yeah, I'm excited too.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, everybody, we are currently in match 3 of 4 for this Sunday. We have one game coming up after this, and after that it will be a deadly silence until possibly Monday, but most likely Tuesday for Don't Make Us Bored.
I have to take this game. I have to take the next game off my list because it's been used. I'll make a note.
Wow. You're already taking notes.
Used this in Kuso6.
Do not say who the GM is. Come on.
Crap. I didn't mean that. Darn it.
Come on, I'm gonna come kick your butt.
Genuinely apologize for that. Every once in a while I forget that I'm on a hot mic. My stupid brain.
Oh, nobody heard you, Tempestroll, except for me. Nobody heard it. Welcome to Kuso6rande, where, guess what? I'm not the only one who spoils things now.
This isn't even the first time I've done this.
Nope.
I hate it. This isn't the first time I did this with the egg games, too.
I love it. I love it. Oh. You know what? It's completely fine. You know, some people are not as good as certain things as other things. I'm really good at spoiling as well, okay?
Of all the information I could give out, that is one of the less sensitive pieces of information. So
Yeah.
I'm not that concerned.
Yeah, honestly, it doesn't change anything.
No. No, it really doesn't.
It doesn't change anything except for me giving you a hard time.
Yep.
And honestly, that's all we wanted anyway. Anisep, by the way, having a bit of a hard time with Boat Lady. Bungaboo fighting stupid green guy. Bungaboo has been on this fight for a long time, and that's not a surprise. He is hard this far into the match, or, you know, this far into the game. If you've beaten several other people, he just can wail on you. Bungaboo using the laser and dealing almost no damage. Wait, Cadus, Bungaboo hasn't killed several other people yet? Oh no. Has Bungaboo been fighting Plastic Man for like 45 minutes? Oh no.
That's pretty...
Oh, this is fight number 3 for Bungaboo. Well, I mean, it happens.
I struggle. Yeah, it definitely happens. I mean, like I said earlier, basically everyone in the chat expressed an unfamiliarity with fighting games in general.
He's down.
Nice, very good.
Yeah. And honestly, you know, even if you do manage to get a stupid green guy out of the way early on, you still have plenty of other difficult characters to deal with. Yagamoth is currently fighting the knight dude who farts a lot. Yeah. That's right. This is Kuso6rande. We like farts here.
I also found this dude kind of tough in, but I only ever reached him like third or like second or third last. So I basically always got him with a strong AI.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at this point, I think Cadus is correct that Yagamoth and the Fizz are going to have first and second. Bungaboo and Anisep third and fourth. Fourth place is going to be eliminated, though, so it is important for them all to start to keep fighting.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Did you just change your name on Discord?
Jeff tagged me and said I'm it.
Oh. Jeff? Why are you tagging people, Jeff? Don't you know those ear tags are expensive?
Oh, it showed up on the stream. Right, because it's Discord. Oops.
Yeah.
I'm it.
Oh, well, okay. I love it. Oh, I saw Eve. Good, good. I'm glad that she is making an appearance every now and then. I just love the idea of a guy floating around in a planet and fighting, and that was a crotch cannon for sure.
Oh, Adam? Yeah, 100%. I went, whoa, earlier when I saw that. There's Eve.
Yeah.
Sprite work in this game is really nice. I will say the art is pretty exceptional, as surreal as it is.
I would say for what this game was going for, this game is very, very good. Maybe not the most fair fighting game, but I don't think it was meant to be the most fair fighting game, you know?
Oh, it was meant to be silly, certainly.
And it does the silly. Oh, it does it.
I haven't really seen any floating fighting games like this that are really exceptional, and I don't know if it's because there were not enough serious attempts made at it to be really good.
Mm-hmm.
But or if it's just that the concept itself is flawed. I feel like it's not. Like, I feel like there's definitely a lot of potential there. But I noticed that frequently with these kinds of games, I find that knockback tends to be pretty low, and it's kind of hard to control like the direction that you send opponents.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Dragon Ball Z games have done okay with, like, the later ones did okay with floating, but they were really more 2D fighters than anything else. Even the ones that were set in 3D environments, like the Budokai series and you know, and the arena fighters like Xenoverse. The better ones of those, and like Fighter Z, really function like traditional fighters in a lot of ways. So I don't know.
Okay. Oh. I'm really having a lot of fun. Although Yagamoth, as Chad is saying, Yagamoth is struggling a little bit with farting guy. And we are dealing with a guy who has a lot of muscles and a lot of gas. How can you take on someone like that?
I found that Benten's, some of Benten's moves are like not really all that suited for close range combat. Any of the moves that involve like her directional punches and kicks that involve the cherubs here can, if you're doing them too close to the opponent, they can just straight up miss.
That makes sense.
Like they'll either like sort of go diagonally around. Oh, unfortunate.
That is a knockout. That's okay, not a huge deal. I don't know if the Fizz has a chance of catching up to Yagamoth at this point, possibly considering that the Fizz just beat that battle. Yeah, how many KOs did Yagamoth have on this run? 5.
Wow, a lot.
Oh, okay. Or 6.
6.
Yeah, the Fizz is still significantly behind. Yeah, Yagamoth pretty much doesn't need to worry. I think it's going to be Yagamoth first, the Fizz second. But third and fourth still up in the air. Can Bugaboo take down Adam before Anicept? Because if so, that could very well be Bugaboo taking third. I love Adam's weird dance. And also how he, like, sticks his leg through the moon. That's always helpful. The Statue of Liberty on Anicept's screen, though, has definitely seen better days.
Yeah, something real strange happened to the statue while we were all looking the other way.
It's called hair loss.
Does the Statue of Liberty have hair?
Well, yeah, it doesn't anymore, does it?
Fair. That's true, I suppose.
It's hair loss. Hair loss is what got to her, which, honestly, I'm fine, you know? If you... Actually, I think that women with short hair look awesome, okay?
Yeah, totally.
And if you can rock the bald, then go ahead and rock the bald. I don't think that should be something shameful. But I don't know if you have, like, Darth Maul spikes, you should be bald as well. Then again, he was bald. Huh. Okay,
True,
never mind. If you got Darth Maul spikes on your head, you definitely should be bald. Just try to smile a little bit, you know? Get rid of the people in your eyes. It's weird.
I should. Yeah, definitely. I need to get a haircut. Actually, that reminds me.
Oh, my hair is like super long these days.
Mine doesn't grow long. My hair just grows in thick. So like it just becomes like this shaggy like skater bro hair, which, you know, is an aesthetic that I can definitely pull off, but I'd rather not because it gets in my eyes and it gets really warm when I wear my VR headset.
Yeah.
And when I go outside and when I'm inside and all the time.
I've shaved my head before. I don't know if it was necessarily a good look per se, but it was fun. Definitely something that people should try. Yeah, like, okay, I've gone from the extremes. No hair to all the hair. And I guess I've experienced everything in between, except for non-symmetrical haircuts. That's what I need to do next. I could also go for mad scientist hair. That would be fun. Like, I feel like my hair does that naturally, and my eyebrows are I'm starting to get old man eyebrows. With what I mean by that is that they have the natural inclination, instead of like laying down normal, of sticking sort of diagonally up towards the corners, so I look evil.
Okay.
I'm so glad that I can have evil eyebrows pretty naturally.
I've always had really like intense eyebrows, and I never like thought about it until somebody pointed it out to me, and I was like, yeah, I guess so.
That's fun. Oh, Bugaboo! That is a solid lead.
Very nice.
From 4th to 3rd. Solid lead.
Very good.
For
and
that
with 5 minutes
couple,
left,
yeah.
there's definitely an opportunity to make that back.
Anisep might, Anisep got a game over right there, and that's huge. That is a solid lead.
Yeah, but you can. Oh, well, yeah, but you can just continue again. Anisep will need to, in order to take this back. Anisep will need to beat 2 characters.
Yeah.
So that is definitely a pretty solid lead.
Yeah, honestly, the biggest disadvantage, like, you're right that Anisep can just continue from there, but he lost all of the time from those 3 fights. You know, 1 win and 2 losses, and that is a lot of time.
Or 1 character in a round, depends on how well Bugaboo does. I mean, just don't lose, easy.
Yep.
Are you losing? Just stop. Just
stop
don't.
doing that. Oh my gosh.
Stop losing.
Wow.
Just stop losing. It's so it's not easy.
Oh no, Adam just pulled out his own crotch laser.
Whoa.
That's totally what it was.
Crotchulator.
Crotchulator? No.
I like how I was playing Ratchet and Clank 2. I finished it on my stream yesterday, and at the end there's a crotchulator, and that's what I was thinking about.
Oh, okay.
You said crotch laser, and I was like, hey, I remember that. That happened to Captain Quark. Guessing his kids.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I've played that one. I've played a few of the Ratchet and Clanks. And honestly, like, I think that the new Ratchet and Clank would be the biggest incentive for me to get a PS5.
Yeah. I'm not. Let's not discuss the new Ratchet and Clank, just as a warning, because it is still new to anybody in the chat.
And
I'm currently playing through all of. Yeah, I'm playing through all of the old Ratchet and Clanks because I don't have a PlayStation 5, but I do have 5 PlayStation 2s, and that's better mathematically, I think.
5 PlayStation 2s. That's like 10 PS1s. Wow.
Yeah, it's like 10 PS1s.
That's pretty cool.
They kept breaking, and I actually had to swap out my PlayStation 2 midstream yesterday because I finished one game that I was hard drive loading, and then I had to start another game that I got from CD. And my PS2 that has a functioning hard drive bay is not the same one that has a functioning disk drive.
Yeah.
I need to fix them all. I know what the problems are. Your 5 PS2s, are you mining Bitcoin? Nah, they were like $20 a pop when I got them, and they kept breaking. And then I fixed them all. And then I guess they're starting to break again. Look, they're 21-year-old pieces of hardware. Like, they're degrading.
Nah, he was using them for like Netscape servers.
I'm gonna say, like, I'm literally the last person who would be mining Bitcoin. If you've heard me talk about crypto before, but Netscape servers.
Yeah, I know that I'm out of probably everybody here, I'm one of the more positive people about crypto, but I completely understand people's criticisms as well. So that's completely fine. You are allowed to have your own thoughts, and I agree with a lot of the criticism there. Anyways, yeah, I don't want to get too much into that.
I will not get unstarted.
Also, to answer the question in chat, do we need to start a new crypto? No, never. We do not.
I will stop coming to the stream if that happens. I'm not kidding.
Oh, geez.
That's the level of disdain I have.
I love it. I love it. Oh.
So, like, there's a level of seriousness in there. I'm laughing, but I hurt my heart.
Yeah, I'm
Anyway.
going to go ahead and say that there are
I'm
plenty of
starting.
them that are much more environmentally friendly, but those aren't the big ones. And if they became the big ones, then I think that would be a huge concern off of a lot of people's minds. With that said,
It would not alleviate my
concerns, but I'm gonna get unstarted because I got started. So I'm unstarted.
okay. Unstart. Okay. Yeah, you brought it up. We can go ahead and talk about Cho Aniki for 1 minute, and then we'll end.
Did I? Nah, someone else brought it up. I feel 5 PS2s. We were talking about Captain Quark, the crotch lasers. That's what it was. That's
You're
where that
blaming
tangent-
chat now? You're blaming chat for
I
crotch
am blaming
lasers?
chat. I said I had 5 PS2s and someone said, "Are you mining cryptocurrency?" I just said nothing. I didn't bring that up at all. This isn't my fault.
Tepistrol, I said we need to talk about the game for the last minute, and we're down to 40 seconds left. Talk about the game.
Hey, here's Adam. Speaking of crotch lasers,
Oh, baby.
on the train stage, yeah, baby.
Adam on the train stage. We have all the faces and muscles that we need.
We should just trade old PlayStation 2s for money. I have enough. I'm rich in that society.
That's a lot. That's a lot. I've got a slightly broken one. Like, you have to hold it closed for it to play anything. But you know what? You don't have to hold closed? Time. How do you even close time? Actually, I think
Great.
time could be considered a closed system. You know, you can't do two things at the same time. It's impossible. Yeah, anyways, that's my theory. We'll go ahead and talk math a different time. Yagamoth wins, everybody. The Fizz comes in second. And it looks like Bungaboo is in third. And Anisep, unfortunately, eliminated. Yeah, Bungaboo did a really good job. Actually, Cadis is bringing something up here for Bungaboo.
We're getting a look at the settings menu now. I told them not to use this because you can change things like the speed of the game, relative power levels, like you can set a handicap. You can get the number of points you need for around computer level. So I just told them don't touch this. You can also change your control layout. But this is what it looks like. And I will say, this is a really nice level of depth. You can access this literally at any time during the single player mode. You don't have to set this from the menu. You don't have to reset your game. You just get to set that while you're playing. So you can dynamically change your opponent's difficulty or your like relative power levels, but keep the AI at the same level. That's awesome. I think that's such a cool like level of accessibility that games to this day are still like now it's considered normal stuff, but you can't do that in the middle of single player mode these days. You still usually have to go back to a menu.
Yeah.
So I was really impressed with that personally.
That's really surprising. I like it. Good job, Cho Aniki, for being more accessible than almost any other game, than literally any other game of the time.
Like I'm saying, I really hesitate in the write-up I provided in the Game Master's channel. I really hesitate to call this game bad so much as it is very strange and a little hard to get into. But you know, the right player, in this case, I'd say Yagamoth and the Fizz, really seemed to jive with this game and did super well. Oh
By
no!
the way, there is discussion going on because the Fizz did lose some time. Cadis is asking if Fizz wants to try to close the gap.
Interesting.
Okay, so I don't know what's going on. I'm kicking back. I'm letting decisions be made about what should be done here.
Did Fizz really lose that much time? Yeah, I guess so. Huh?
It wasn't 15 minutes, no.
Well, but like Fizz started and then when did power go out? Was it 15 minutes in? I don't think it was.
I'm not completely sure.
When he started back up again.
Yeah, I'm just gonna chill here to see what the decision is from our ref because I want to see what is being discussed. It's fine.
About 6
Okay, I'm
minutes,
going to go
5
ahead and
minutes.
say I won't put more work on, is what Fizz is saying.
Fair.
So I'm going to go ahead and ask Yagamoth, join General Voice if you want.
Oh, that moth is really cute.
Oh, I love the moth. Okay, absolutely
It's
adorable. I think most moths are kind of gross, but that moth I
No,
would
moths are
totally
great.
hug. I would hug that moth.
All moths are good.
Okay,
It is Moth Monday tomorrow.
Moth Mondays tomorrow.
It's Moth Monday tomorrow.
Okay, I love Mothra.
Moth
Yeah.
Monday.
Anyways, this is how it boils down. Yes, Yagamoth takes the victory. The Fizz is in second. Our third place player was Bungaboo, and unfortunately, our other player here today, Anisep, is eliminated. But everybody gets eliminated. Well, everybody except for one person gets eliminated at some point. So that's how the cookie crumbles.
Is how the crumble cookies.
The crumble cookie. Oh my gosh. I could really go for something a little bit sweet right now. That'd be delicious. Yeah. So I'm not sure if Yagamoth is gonna come and chat with us. Still, good job, everybody. This was a lot of fun to watch. Oh, there's Yagamoth. Hello there, Mr. Moth. And congratulations on your victory today. You did a really good job.
Hello. Thank you. Am I quiet as usual?
You are very quiet.
A little.
Oh, alright. How about this?
That's much
better.
better. Yeah.
Alright. Hello, and thank you. I didn't expect to win, to be honest, because I kind of died against that guy a lot at the end.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that guy was being a big butt. Who were you fighting? Which one? The farting dude?
The dude with the face knee, whatever that thing is.
Oh yeah. He has a face on his knee pad. I really struggled against that character, who I also got late in my test run, using Benten, the woman. I tested with Benten and not with the first character, whatever his name was. I'm forgetting now. So Idaten. So I was a little surprised actually how far you got. I didn't complete one lap of the game myself.
Yeah.
You did very, very well.
We've had this before, and nobody got that far as well. That's sort of how we did it the previous time. In theory, if anybody beat it, move on to the second character and keep going. Tempest Roll was like, nah, nobody's gonna get that far.
Nobody did. Okay, this game was previously given out in round 3. Nobody got that far in that match. Granted, I don't think I knew who any of the players were, so I can't say anything about their relative like strength or power level. But you know, nobody got to the end of that. I couldn't get to the end. I would, you know, inevitably somebody else will beat me. It's just sort of my fate here.
That's how it goes. Yeah. Yagamoth, did you have a character in the game who was your favorite, even if you don't have a name for them? Any of them that you are like, wow, that is like me on a completely different level. I resonate with them.
I didn't quite think that far, to be honest. I was just kind of more fascinated by the background stages
Oh my
with the weird
gosh.
train and
Oh, the train.
yeah, the muscle dudes just kind of ethereally dancing in the background. It was like, wow, okay.
Yeah, this is like, I think that the game overall is a fun experience and is generally fairly good, but yeah, the overall ridiculousness is where Kusoge is, you know, it's definitely an element of Kusoge that we cannot ignore, and I love how silly it is. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fantastic, honestly. Like, I feel like this game is just the perfect fit for this kind of competition, as well as the theme, to say the least.
Oh,
Overall,
yeah.
I agree. It's a decent game. The one thing
Right?
I would change is how you charge up your stamina meter, because circling the D-pad, my thumb
It's a
is
little awkward.
Yeah.
You got back at it though.
Honestly, with controllers these days, what you could potentially do is, use a D-pad normally, and then when you need to charge up, switch over to the analog stick. As long as it's mapped to the right controls as well, that would be doable, and probably a little easier on your hand.
I see. Yeah, probably.
Just
But then
throwing
again,
out strats.
thinking of Super Mario Party, or Mario Party, I
Oh
guess,
my
for the Nintendo
gosh,
64, circling the joystick there, maybe, I don't know.
Well, okay, but like if you're using a PlayStation 4 controller that's a little bit softer on the hand, rather than stupid stick of death that, stick of death you do not want to be using in circles, but PS4, probably fine.
Probably. I mean, I used an SNES controller for now, so it was mostly alright.
Okay, you lived.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Somewhat.
that's all that we have, Yagamoth. Is there
Alrighty.
anything that you need to plug or anything that people should know that's going on over on your end of the streaming world?
On my end, well,
Yeah.
if you like Terraria and if you like challenges, currently that's kind of mostly on what I'm doing. That's about it.
Oh, I like both of those. Although, I've never really gotten too far into Terraria. I should play more sometime now that all the content's out there. Good. Well, thank you so much, Yagamoth, everybody. Yagamoth streams quite a bit. Terraria, also RPGs show up all the time, though. Occasionally, it sounds like you are doing your own Terraria thing for a little while, and that is completely fine.
Yep. Alrighty, thank you for having me.
Sure
and
thing.
I hope you have a most pleasant evening.
See you, Yagamoth, and see you as well, Tempest Troll. Have a good time.
Yeah, have a good one.
Bye.